Hey everyone, just wanted to share the home decor this year again. Some of it is the same, some of it's changed. I have added a new tree. I'm actually standing here in the entryway. Just wanted to kind of give you an overview of the main tree in the living room there. And I'm going to swing around here to the dining room because if you follow me on Instagram, you saw that we did a new chandelier in the dining room. This is the same tree I've had. We actually had a funny story this year. I think last year it happened too, where the whole top of the tree, the lights wouldn't work. Well, this year, the same thing happened, but more of them. We had to change out almost all the bulbs. I just love this little tree though. I did not want to get a new one. It's so old and you can see it's getting real thin, but I just love it and I love just the simplicity of it. So this one always hangs out here in the dining room. And basically this is what the dining room looks like. This is the new chandelier. Again, you saw this if you follow me on Instagram. And this is a little bit different from last year, but overall kind of the same. Last year, I think I had moved the reindeer over to the buffet back there, but this year I put them back on the table. I really like them on the table. It does have that little pop of red that doesn't really go with the whole neutral vibe, but I don't know, I just like them on the table. I do have little battery powered tea lights that I can light up, but I wanted to show you what everything look like right now. And what has been easy the last few years, I have a blog post on it as well with the Thanksgiving and fall decor, is I just basically remove a few things in the center, but the rest of it stays the same. Like these are new candle stick holders this year, but the eucalyptus stays. This was a new mat this year. I just left it. And then I just switch out just only a few things. So I like that it kind of does double duty. And this year I decided to roll up the napkins. I usually do something a little different, but I don't know, I was kind of tired of looking at them all fanned out, so I rolled them up. But I've had these napkin rings for years. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff's from Pier 1, and of course they are closed. I will try to take some close-up pictures and add to the blog post this year. But this is pretty much just the same back there as well. Just two cute little simple trees, some ornaments, and then the green wreath. Oh, these lamps are new this year. I got those from Amazon. I'll be just sure to link them. I really like them. All right, so here is the outside. Just wanted to show you what that looks like all lit up. So not a whole lot outside. The close up of the trees. I just always love the trees though. And here's the wreath. The wreath is battery, so it's not quite as bright. There we go. So just give you a look here during the day. We just have these two trees here, and I added that plaid ribbon to them this year. I had flocked them one year, and so they look a little gray. It fades every year, but they look really pretty at night. I'll show you. And then this wreath, I got this a couple years ago, I think after Christmas at like Home Depot. I just love it. It's big enough for the door, and I love it with the berries and the pine cones. I like the red and green outside of the house. So, and then some years we put the garland up, some years we don't. I think this is 2 6-foot garlands together. I plan on getting a new one next year. I want something a little more substantial. But what we do is just tack in a couple little nails in each corner. I think we have one in the middle, and then just use little tie wraps to hook around it. So that's what that looks like. And then I think I've shown you this before. We just have the wreaths with the red ribbon on all the windows. So I got these two new little trees. I move this sleigh around every year. Sometimes it sits under a tree, but I got these two little trees at Target, and I just really liked them. I'm a sucker for anything with the berries and the pine cones on them. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do with them. I'm usually pretty symmetrical. You'd think like on either side of a fireplace or things like that, but I already had things where I wanted them. So I've moved them around several different places, but they've kind of just stuck right here, and I don't mind them being like this, so they may just stay that way. And this is just how cozy and pretty it looks like without the dining room light on. I just really like the way it looks at night. So we'll continue here. So didn't change it up a lot right here. I think this is the exact same thing I had last year. I had bought these new cone trees and the silver tree there, and I just have them right here, just something simple. In the kitchen, I believe this is the exact same way I had it last year as well. Just our cute little light up tree here, have this little sleigh. Sometimes I'll use that if we're having like, you know, get together, put things in it, but it's just set right here last year. And then coming over here next to the stove, I had cute little pumpkins set up right here for fall. And I really liked it so much, just the simplicity. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do that same thing with ornaments. I just had a pumpkin in there and a pumpkin down here at the bottom. And so I just did the same thing with the ornaments. I've had that little, it's actually for a candle holder. I've had it for several years. And I don't know. I love in the mornings when I'm like making coffee and stuff, just this really simple look in this corner. And then I've had the Santa for several years. I really like him too. So last year I actually put this sign behind the stove, and I do like it there, but I had a sign sitting here for like Thanksgiving, and I didn't want to necessarily like put this away. So I was like, well, I'm just gonna set this truck right here and see how it looks. I don't love that, you know, that's sitting up right there, but I don't know. I kind of like it sitting on the stand. It wasn't ideal, but I don't hate it either. All right, so this is looking into the breakfast area here, and this is our new little tree. You can see it's super skinny. And the reason why I wanted this tree is I felt bad that I wanted somewhere to put like our ornaments from all of our travels and just favorite kind of sentimental ornaments. So I didn't put a tree skirt or anything around this one, didn't feel the need to, but this has basically all of our travel ornaments and just like special ornaments, first Christmas, things like that. So I really like it, and I love this tree. It's actually very similar to the one in the dining room, where it has, you know, kind of this fluffy, I think they call it like a cashmere tree or something. I'll see if I can link it for you. I believe they had it in the flocked version as well, and it was really inexpensive, but I just love this new addition. So heading into the living room here. This is the same tree I've had for a few years, same decor basically. Added a few new ornaments this year and actually went back to get some new ones, and I couldn't find them. So I'll need to get some more next year, because this tree is very nice and full at the top, but it's a little empty at the bottom. So I use these great big ornaments to try to fill it up a little bit. And I actually spray painted my tree collar. It was a darker brown, and I wanted it kind of this weathered look, and I just roughly put one coat of like a stone pebble color gray paint on it, and it turned out perfect. So anyway, we do have two new ornaments this year. I left them on the tree. It was before we got the new one, Diet Coke. Love that. And found that at Hobby Lobby. And then we actually bought this at one of the last events we went to earlier this year in January at the Space and Rocket Center. It's a space shuttle. Got our little Florida and West Virginia little guys here. So I had not put up my nativity scene in a few years because I usually put it in the dining room, and that was just getting kind of crowded. So I decided to put it up here in the entertainment center, and I actually kind of like it. I'll step back a little bit here. So it's actually not that big, but it looks really good up there because you can see it, but yet it's not like the total focus or anything. And then swinging around here to the fireplace, I actually could turn that on because it's actually pretty chilly today. Just have our stockings again, and the Mantle Garland. I love this one. It's battery powered. They sell out of it every year very quickly, but I will list where it is from. So that hasn't changed. And again, down here, I just usually keep these sparkly candles. So we changed up the layout of the living room a little bit, not only just for the tree, but just for some other reasons. I'm really liking it. So I have this table back here, and these are where the white reindeer are. I got these several years ago from Costco. I believe they still have them every year, and I think I've seen them somewhere else, maybe at home. I keep kind of moving them a little bit. I had the flowers on the end, and I didn't like that, and I've moved them around a little, so we'll see, but for right now, that's where they're at. And that is it. Just keeping it very simple this year, just like always, you know, the last few years. Give you one last look at the tree. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.